Now, another major American consumer brand is overhauling its packaging to avoid being called out as racially insensitive. Cream of Wheat breakfast porridge is the fourth brand in some 24 hours to reassess the use of images of black people to sell goods. Kayla Maupin looks now at the levels of sincerity behind the changes.
Rebellion across America. It's very clear U.S. society needs to do something to address its flaws when it comes to issues of racism. Something must be done. So, corporate and political elites have decided it's time to change corporate logos and advertising. Aunt Jemima pancake mix made by Pepsi Corporation is going to be changed.
More people have flipped over Aunt Jemima's than any other pancakes in the world.
We recognize Aunt Jemima's origins are based on a racial stereotype. While work has been done over the years to update the brand, we realize those changes are not enough.
Aunt Jemima was based on Nancy Green, a beloved African-American storyteller who was born in slavery but rose to become a talented entrepreneur in the post-Civil War years.
There's something about Aunt Jemima's.
The call for Aunt Jemima to be changed has been building on social media for a long time.
Did you know the founder, Chris Rutt, a white man, got the name after attending a minstrel show? Think blackface. Did you also know he hired former slave Nancy Green to be his very own Aunt Jemima, where she went around cooking pancakes and telling people stories of the good old South? And afterwards, they could take home a box of Aunt Jemima and that feeling of having their very own mammy. Black Lives Matter, people. Even over breakfast.
Some say it's far from racist to have the image of a black person on a food product. The list of brands changing their logos is growing. Amid all the protest and public outrage, it seems that images, symbols, and monuments have become the focus of so much public discussion. Politicians are eager to make grand gestures.
For those who wish to, we will now kneel for our moment of silence.
Now is the time, the purpose, the season to listen and heal. Now is the time for racial justice.
But will this solve the actual issue behind the protests, the conditions facing African Americans?
Symbolic gestures that the corporations and some government entities are involved in is not going to be enough to win social stability in the United States in this coming period. These are not the issues that brought millions of people into the streets. The government needs to address institutional racism in the United States. It has to address the militarization of the police, to demilitarize the law enforcement officials.
The protests are not about images and symbols. They're about economic injustice, police chokeholds, mass incarceration, and much more. Addressing the issues that have spawned decades of racial unrest in the United States would require some very big, dramatic shifts. The very foundations of U.S. society might need to be altered. So why is the media focused on culinary products? Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.